Welcome to the channel. My name is Daze, and today we're going to talk about Elvis the Alien's disgusting, pathetic relationship with Shadman. Now, in order to do that, we first need to go over the events between Kris Tyson and Shadman before this. A little bit of context: Shadman is an infamous Loli slash hentai artist on Twitter, most known for drawing a sexualized image of underage kids. So yeah, as you could probably tell, this is about to take a bad turn for the worse. Kris Tyson, on numerous instances, has supported Shadman, commenting on their stuff. Kris not only bought art of a fictional underage girl from Shadman, but also hung it up in his room, and it's even visible in a Mr. Beast video. There's also all kinds of things, like him commenting about how cute Violet from The Incredibles look, who, keep in mind, is only 14, so had a great look. Kris Tyson being outed as a degenerate weirdo who likes Loli led to, something I can only equate, to when the Epstein logs got linked, with a bunch of YouTubers being associated to Shadman. Now, I'm going to get ahead of the horse here. A lot of it is kind of petty, I feel like, because they liked or commented. But there's one name that struck out to me as being worse than the rest. And as you can probably tell from the title, that's Elvis the Alien. Now, who is Elvis the Alien? Elvis the Alien does reviews and talks about, a lot of different things. Elvis is basically what you get if you combine Moist Critical, Seth Rogen, put him in a fucking blender with maybe some water or almond milk, and there you go. That's Elvis the Alien. He does a lot of content. So how does Elvis the Alien relate to Shadman? Big ups to Cam Nuggets. I'm going to link his video in the description. This is where I'm getting this stuff from. Elvis the Alien used Shadman's art in his People Ruin Everything series, where he exclusively used Shadman's art for the thumbnails and even reacted to it in the videos. He says he would go on to Shadman's website and get these sexualized images of fictional characters like Elastigirl for the thumbnails. Now, Shadman's website, that is a thing I have heard stories about, and I only want to hear about it in stories. If Shadman's Twitter account, is like Mordor from Lord of the Rings, his website is like Mount Doom, with the frickin' Eye of Sauron and lava spewing out of it. It's a terrible place, and I heard nothing good. Because I have friends who use Twitter, right? Because I wanted to know more about this Shadman thing, since I don't use Twitter at all. And they told me, yeah, don't go anywhere near that website. It's one of those things, like, you just never want to see in your lifetime. And they told me that, there is drawings of minors on there. So I'm going to take their word for it, and say that. So if Elvis the Alien was going on to Shadman's website, there would have been no way, that he wouldn't have seen or known about the inappropriate art. There would have been no way, because Shadman's reputation on Twitter especially, he was known for drawing loli hentai of underage people. Saying that, oh, I didn't know that, Shadman draws, NSFW of minors is like saying, oh, I didn't know that squirrels eat nuts. Yeah, I thought they'd just scamper up trees. So essentially, when the Shadman logs leaked, Elvis the Alien was one of the people who got accused, and he made a response about it. And there's actually several creator responses to get through. First, we'll start with his. So as of me recording this video, Elvis the Alien's response is deleted. Like, I can't find it anymore for some reason. So, yeah. But luckily, I did archive it, so we're going to go into it. So it was a picture of, like, the different people that were connected to Shadman, and Elvis, responded in, I guess, a more sarcastic tone. So Elvis responded, "Wow, very cool. There's my logo front and center. Love getting smeared online out of nowhere. I never commissioned Shad. I only ever used his existing art, none of which depicted underage people, for my People Ruin Everything thumbnails. The worst I did was involving him." And he also goes on to state that he never even knew that Shadman did inappropriate art. And this I find to be a hilarious argument. It's like saying, oh, I didn't know that KFC sells, fried chicken. That's the main thing Shad is known for. And there's no way, that Elvis in 2017 and 2018 using Shad's art, especially being someone who is very active on Twitter, would not know the fact that only 2 years prior, Shad had drawn Keemstar's daughter, who was only 8 years old, in a very graphic and sexual manner. There's no way he would have not known about that. Especially, with the Twitter presence that Shadman had. It's not like a thing where, it was a tiny controversy and no one even knows. No, that's the thing that put him on the map in a very bad way. Made him, freaking infamous. This response just reeks of bullshit to me. So after Elvis the Alien made his response, that creepy reading also made one defending him. I can't find that tweet anymore because it got deleted so quickly, but I did find one of that creepy reading stating that he didn't know that much about the situation and that he would be working to clear up the details. It just goes to show how important it is to wait for all the details to come out and be as unbiased as possible, no matter who. You could have a relationship, as close with someone as frickin' Daniel does with Mr. Miyagi in Cobra Kai. That doesn't mean, if something serious like this comes out, you should, clamor sword and shield to White Knight and defend them. So that creepy reading made several further tweets calling out Elvis the Alien on his utter horse shit. And this is the first one. For further context, Elvis the Alien re-uploaded him literally reacting to sexual artwork of The Incredibles, a children's property that likely was not age-restricted at the time. He knew the sexual shit and is gaslighting people about it. This upload is only 3 years old. The next tweet from that creepy reading further, calls Elvis out, even, adding him. This is saying, dude, Elvis the Alien, I know you saw my tweet. I know you unlisted this video in response. Just admit what you did, apologize, and move on. Stop being a boogie 2988. You did this. You can't hide. I have the OG video downloaded. The more you delete, the more I cover. And as you can see, his People Ruin the Incredibles video is indeed unlisted. I do find it, almost ironic that Elvis is being compared to Boogie by that creepy reading, because this is exactly something that Boogie would do. Especially, with the crypto scam and the cancer stuff. He put out this information, he fucked over his audience with lies, and then he tried to reframe himself as the victim. And, I just didn't know any better, I'm just so stupid. That's what Elvis hopes that people believes, and it's so fucking pathetic. You're a grown-ass man who is chronically online on Twitter. There is no way you didn't know about Shadman or his sketchy past, especially considering only 2 to 3 years before he used his art, he drew one of, the center focal point YouTubers, Keemstar's daughter, in a very disgusting way. There's no way you couldn't have known. And trust me, it gets even worse. The final tweet from that creepy reading just puts the nail in the coffin. My guy can't stop lying, at Elvis the Alien. In the last video you just uploaded, you said you age-restricted these videos. I don't see an age restriction on this one, and the other ones are only age-restricted because YouTube. Do you actually want to talk about this? I'm so confused. So this is in reference to his People Ruin Everything series, which it fucking baffles me. Like, why he didn't delete these videos. Why are you still holding on to them? It doesn't make sense why Elvis is holding on to them. Like, is the fucking, treasure of the Black Pearl secretly encoded in all these videos? And if I delete them, the map's gonna go away forever. Why are you clinging onto these videos now knowing... okay, let's assume, okay, just, lower your IQ by about 50 points right now with me, guys. Lower your IQ points by 50 right now. And let's assume that Elvis did not know about Shadman. Let's assume that Elvis did not know about Shadman's connection to all this disgusting art of underage kids. Why the fuck are the videos, and especially the thumbnails, still up? Why are you only unlisting? If you know and you didn't know, surely a normal person would just delete it. Why are the videos still up? It's because of one reason, guys. It's because he knew. It's because he knew, and he doesn't care. And he thinks because he's a big YouTuber, this is all just some big joke, and it'll go away in 2 weeks, and that's how the internet is. No. This is fucking disgusting, and you should be held accountable. I don't care. And I know I'm going to have these motherfuckers coping and seething in my comments of, actually, it's a fictional character. So it doesn't matter. It's not a real person. Why do you care if people, are sexualizing fictional underage? And first of all, let me stop you from typing right there and pissing all over your keyboard, R. Kelly. All right? It doesn't matter. That image still represents a child. It is still gross. It's still fucking sick because that is a child. I can't believe I even have to explain it, but you know how this is. There's going to be contrarians in the comments freaking defending it, but it's insane. So, we got all the evidence, and you're guilty as fuck, Elvis. I love your pitiful attempt at the beginning to say, I never even knew, and wow, I'm being attacked. God, it reminds me of that clip of Keemstar, you know? I'll just play it.
Why am I still getting hate?
Like, I can't believe you had the fucking nerve and the audacity to act like a victim. The fact that you think that people are so fucking stupid that they would believe that you went to Shadman's website and didn't actually look at that stuff is insane. And it just goes to show how you see your audience as fucking worthless. I'm honestly astounded. It's been so long since I've seen a creator think so little about, you know, their fan base and their community. And the fact that you deleted your tweet too, just it's beautiful. And the fact that you still have your videos and your thumbnails up is insane. What other conclusion am I supposed to come to? You know, that you're being accused of this, and you got the freaking murder weapon in your hand, and it's all covered in blood, and you got the body next to you, and you're like, I don't even know what a gun is. God, oh my God, it's enraging. Again, I'm not a big proponent of cancel culture. I believe that ideas should be discussed and had, you know, even if they're not always the most popular. But there is a couple exceptions I will make, and that is disgusting fucks like this who will lie. Again, if this was one thumbnail that Elvis made, I could excuse it. If it was two, sure, but the fact that it's 3, 4, 5, it's an entire series, makes you really think. There is no way that anyone can ever look at you with good faith or any level of charitability again when you completely fucked yourself over. You should have just been honest and said, listen, guys, I used his art. That was really degenerate of me, and I'm sorry. And ironically, you would have looked better there. You would have looked better and the bigger man. But instead, you're a fucking sniveling coward and a snake acting like the victim. I can't believe it. The self-awareness is astonishingly low. Astonishingly. Again, I'm not a big fan of cancel culture, but if someone is willing to lie to their audience this much and degrade them and fucking spit in their face and treat them so stupidly, so openly, that person shouldn't have one. If they're going to openly, you know, support and consume content of a disgusting, degenerate artist who, you know, has done things not just to fictional characters that are gross and weird, but to real, actual girls, and you're going to still play dumb and ignorant. You know, Elvis the Alien should live up to his name and go to a fucking another planet. I don't care what he does. I'm not wishing any ill on him. I just want him to live up to his name and go to another fucking planet, because the fact that I have to share air with this absolute waste of space who enables and defends Loli artists and acts so clueless about it, and the victim, is disgusting to me. And I don't know how anyone can defend or rationalize this. It's insane. So where do we go from here? Because I can raise my voice all day long or come up with any, you know, string of insults. But, I mean, the simple thing is, I mean, I shouldn't even have to say it, but if someone is willing to go and consume and defend and promote content of a disgusting degenerate like Shadman, they shouldn't have an audience that they can manipulate and that they can play dumb to, and the victim. God, that's disgusting. Oh, and the victim, acting like such a pompous fuck about it. Like, Elvis, you give Homelander a run for his money. Maybe you should be grown-up Ryan in the next season of The Boys. You know what I mean? Because the fact that, like, you have the audacity to say that you're the victim and you're being falsely accused and people are just bringing you up for no reason is fucking embarrassing. Grow the fuck up. Like, the fact that you have this much of an ego when, you know, this is a very serious thing that you're involved with is... God, I don't even know. It's insane to me. It really is. Any content creator who disrespects their fan base to such a degree like this shouldn't have any respect given to them. It's gross, it's disgusting, and it's only enabling and only going to tell him, you know, when he waits 2 weeks to come back, that this is okay and he can just do it all over again. And no one's even going to care. That's it for the video, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. And see ya. Bye.